Hello to my Facebook tribe of people that I love. Let's breathe together, everybody. Good evening. My name is Elizabeth Maria Caraballo, and I run. Hi, Christy. I have a website called ElizabethMariaCaraballo.com. And I have a really fun message. Okay, I'm not going to say fun. I'm going to say, hi, Pamela. Hi, Jesse. I'm going to say that this is fun for me. I was wondering if I was going to get the privilege of sharing this particular medicine with you guys. And it is turkey. Yeah, right? Caraballo. Okay. Somebody is rolling over in their grave because I didn't roll my R's. So I'm going to repeat it. It's turkey. Turkey. Yes. That thing that we all think is just a gullible meat source. Unless you're vegetarian, then you just think it's gullible. The turkey medicine is literally called giveaway. For me, writing the blog, thank you so much, Pamela. Writing the blog, they're actually turning into articles. I do a little bit too much research and I write a little bit too much for it to be called a blog. So I think that's a little incorrect. But anyhow, I love this animal because it's about, hi Miriam, it's about literally giveaway. That sentiment, what it is to give. So let's just do a little history. The cards that I work with are the animal medicine cards written by Jamie Sands and David Carlson. And they work off of multiple nations, not just one particular nation of the Native American tribes of North America. But what you'll find in a lot of these cultures throughout all these nations, whether they're on this continent or any other continent, is that there's some mainstays. And generosity and giving is a huge mainstay to cultures that really follow the rhythm of nature. And there's no, that is no just coincidence. That's literally because, hi Meg, that's literally because when you follow nature, you follow nature. And nature is really giving. Nature, it's like that book, The Giving Tree, where it was like down to the stump. He's like, sit on my stump. I got you. Put your butt on the stump. I will hold you. And nature does that. Even now, as we're really struggling with finding a balance between technology, fossil fuels, and all that stuff, she hasn't shut down. It's not like she was like, I'm not turning around this month. I am not going to bring out any birds, and I'm not going to rain, and I'm going to wait until you guys figure it out. Nope. She is consistent. She is steady. And she consistently gives. So the turkey has a couple cool things. The turkey is considered the earth eagle, which I think is kind of funny. And it has a lot to do with the earth, which is, again, that Mother Nature, feminine vibe, a lot of giving. As women, in most cultures, we give a lot. And in the Native American culture, there is there's like different varieties of this, but it's literally it's like a potluck. It's called a giveaway. I've had the privilege of attending several beautiful, intimate ceremonies. The largest giveaway I ever attended was for an Apache puberty ceremony for a young woman, and their family gave, fly away, gobble, gobble. Anyways, sorry, I get so distracted when you guys talk to me. I love it. So a giveaway is literally when you give everything you have to others in a potluck as like a gesture of love and thanks. And in many cultures, now this is definitely across the board, across continents, when one individual has a lot, they take on the burden for many without even batting an eye. It's just what they're given. And then they're given respect and seen as wise and a pillar of the community. It's not a purchasing of that. It is the exchange of gratitude that creates that status. In many of these cultures, and there's an African proverb that I was looking up and I couldn't find it, that literally just says, the man that has too much and lives at a house on a hill alone is crazy, because the wealth in life has nothing to do with that. So in many of these cultures, if you hoard or if you have so much and you distance yourself from others, you're seen as either crazy or ill or selfish or maybe all of the above. And in my article, I'll just be fancy and call it an article, I get a little bit more into it because this is a really intense message for us in a westernized, industrial, patriarchal American culture. There's still a very strong pull to get, to have, to attain, to want, and that stacking up the dollars and having the more, and people with huge closets with like hundreds and hundreds of shoes that they'll probably only wear once or twice their whole life. That disproportionate need to have and to hold. And it is seen as an illness. It's seen as a dysfunction. And, the delicate nature of this, for me to share this message, which I'm excited to do because it really is close to my heart, is that there's not a judgment of me going, you're wrong, you're bad. Hi, Maris, nice to see you. It's not about saying you're bad or you're wrong, okay? Illness is not you being wrong or bad. Dysfunction is not being wrong or bad. It's being off. It's not being aligned. It's just off. Because once we start putting that bad, ill, we start judging it, we start booing it and spitting on it, then we lose the ability to bring it back into the fold and create a healing love, right? Because that's the whole purpose. This whole 30-day animal medicine, the whole animal medicine deck, the whole nature of most cultures that align themselves with Mother Nature is love. Love, 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 love. I can't say it enough. So in this medicine of the giveaway, of the turkey, it's about that. It's about giving away. And I was shuffling my deck, and I'm shuffling my deck, and I'm shuffling. And I thought, make me a hollow bone. Give me something that provides to the people that I serve and allows them to have some kind of gift or growth. And turkey popped up. I didn't even think about it till right now, the words that I said. Hi, Mercedes. Mwah. But that's what I said, and turkey came up. So turkey is actually, it's natural to North America. At one point it was endangered, but don't worry, they're fine. It prefers like a foresty kind of environment, and it has actually been used by the Mayans and the Aztecs and most of the tribes and nations that have inhabited North and South America. And the turkey has a couple cool little symbolisms in just its nature. So the turkey was used for meat. Its feathers and plumage were used for warmth and decoration. And its bones, because they're hollow, were used as flutes and instruments. And the turkey, generally in a wild, the turkey will eat things like corns and seeds. And the way many of these cultures had perceived that is that acorn and the seed, they're known as symbols of knowledge and of wisdom. And so the symbolism of this animal that provided so much for them to sustain this huge body with seeds of information and wisdom and knowledge just gave this creature so much reverence. Even like their wattle, it's W-A-T-T-L-E, that thing. So in their culture, they say that it sat over that third eye in many of these interpretations. Ooh, look, shadow. And for the males, when they want to fight, they blow it up and it gets all poofy and big, and they're like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And that's also considered a sign of the feminine, because it has a lot to do with that connection to the greater and the source. And they also consider it a symbolism of like what we now call the pituitary gland. Crazy, but it's true. So the turkey, I know, right? It's so fun. I love talking about turkeys because they symbolize such a dichotomy of things. Um, in my article, I was like, we think of turkeys as like gullible food source. And when you think about it, as the culture and these continents have been changed over the last 700 years with the conquest of so much of them, with the way things have changed so brutally, many journals of these explorers, takers, I would rather call them, would talk about this. And this is a kind of a weird topic for me. I'm Puerto Rican. So my culture, who I am, is the direct result of that collision between Columbus, because that was the first island he landed on, and the people, the Taino Indians, that inhabited that island. When he got there, they were kind and beautiful and showered him with gifts and good food. And to them, they thought, this is how I love. This is what we do. He's got two legs. He's a human. And he saw that and going, what? These people are gullible. They got good stuff and pretty ladies. Bingo. And he was like, this is going to be like shooting fish in a barrel. And it's pretty much the dichotomy that this turkey medicine represents. And at this point right now, it's not even about what's right or wrong. It's your choice, right? That is the luxury, that is the decadence for most of us that watch this, that have this privilege. If you have technology in your hand, you are privileged. And your biggest privilege lies in the fact that you have a choice. You have a choice how you want to see this creature and this medicine. Are you a sucker if you give it all away? Are you a sucker if you work so hard and you made all this money and da-da-da-da, only so that you can just have an average home and an average car and you could give it all away? Are you a sucker if somehow you've convinced yourself that true wealth is a bank account and a home? And you forgot about clean air, clean water, a full belly, a loving family, an ability to communicate, community. What is your choice? What do you value? For me, I grew up kind of, my parents, we were middle class-ish. My father was in the military for the first 14 years of my life. And then after that, they sold everything. And we lived in a one-bedroom apartment for a few years. And my dad and my mom went back to college. They went to college. And we lived on college campus. And we lived in married family housing. And we did not have a lot. My dad worked 2 jobs. My mom busted her butt. They took full 14, 12 credits every semester trying to get through it. And I was just telling a friend that was the time that Esprit came out with the fancy purses. And I was like, I got mad because it became this thing where all of a sudden everybody had to have one. And if you didn't have one, you weren't cool. And I was like, that's so stupid. Da-da-da-da-da. And that started my thrift shopping trend. So I was shopping at Goodwill before it was expensive or cool. And it made me feel like, so I've always been a little bit of anti that kind of superficialness. That's what I feel. That's my choice. That's what I believe. This turkey card is really asking of you where you stand with generosity, where you stand with the giveaway. It's interesting because we started off with the armadillo, which is all about boundaries, which is about not letting yourself hemorrhage. It was just about having a boundary so you can enjoy the richness within. But the turkey points out to what's outside of us, right? So there's another choice. There's another layer. There's another fantastic dimension to all this. Hi, Joni. Where does that line? What is that line for you? What is that boundary between hemorrhaging and generosity? What do you value the most? And what you value the most, have you taken the time to see what it actually sustains? I know people who can't afford rent every month, but they'll go out on the weekends, they have the newest pair of Jordans, and they talk about really expensive things that I don't even understand. And I know people with a lot of money who drive a used vehicle, who live in average homes, and who spend their time trying to find ways to help others. I was telling somebody a saying recently that life isn't fair, but it's even. So there's a lot more to this art of giving than just saying, oh, Liz is a socialist. She just wants everybody else to pay for everybody else. That's not it. Because something you can give me, I can't give you. And something I can give you, you can't give me. What I'm doing right now, this is free. You're on here for free. This is fine. If I all of a sudden had to turn around and go to New York overnight because my grandmother is, sick or something, I would be stuck. And then someone else who couldn't do this work would come in and say, hey, let me help you. I have that money in my account because I do a different kind of work. It's not fair, but it's even. That's the way the universe works. That's the way this works. This turkey card is powerful. It is choices and choices and choices and choices. And it is a straight up mirror in your face. Who would have knew this guy with the crazy gobbly and the ugly face could be a crucible to so much growth and potential? I truly believe this is the medicine that will change the world. That's one of the reasons why I was wondering if I could get to share it. I truly believe that this power of selfless, relentless, unfettered giving, unfettered means without restraint, to just give. I feel like that is what we are all being called to do. And it's very challenging. It's very challenging because you have to know the difference between giving of what is inside of you that you need to sustain and giving what is your bounty, that you have more than enough to give, and finding those that can use that. I love this card. I love this medicine. And I really find it super perfect timing. We're in a new year, and we're at a change of power in our government, and we're at a state of awareness. We're at this place where it gets murky between advocacy and anger, between standing for what's right and protesting in anger, between creating a safe haven for others and agitating that which is primed and pumped and ready to explode. Regardless of your choice, you'll find that you're going to be generous somewhere, because generosity in some aspect always feeds the self. That's why every sect, every caste system, there is some sort of exchange. There's always a generous moment. And it's because it feels good. It does. It always feels really good. Every Grinch has its moment, even, and it's the medicine that this card speaks to. Hi, Rusty. Mwah! So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the turkey, I present to you the giveaway, and I present to you the choice. The choice to figure out what it is that you prioritize, what it is that you find to be wealth, and how it is you choose to share it, and what you can get from that giving. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. This has been a very powerful week for me. Every single week, every single day, I have spent more time than I thought. I found out more than I ever knew. And I've been doing these cards for 20 years. And I truly believe that the reason why I am being so rewarded and so just deeply endowed with so much more than I've ever received from these cards before is because I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it to share. I want you to get some of this. I want you to see what's in these amazing cards. I want you to get some of the goodness that has been sustaining me for the last 20 years. And so it's because of that richness that is being delivered to you that I am getting some of that juju. Like my bones are narrating this because I've chosen to be the hollow bone to deliver this to you. That is the gift of the giving. That is the gift every single time. No matter what you do, no matter how you choose to give, no matter where your generosity lies, you will receive more than you ever realized. And it will continue to give back to you. All right, y'all, if you want to read my article on this, I get a little, yeah, I mentioned the Rothschilds, just like that, just for a second, okay? I'm not a conspiracy theory kind of chick, but I did it. I mean, if you want to talk about extremism, hello. It's on my website, elizabethmariacaraballo.com. I will always put a link at the bottom here. And I wanted to say thank you to Christy, I always say it wrong, Zieler-Shell. Sure, I love you. You know I love you. She's having me be as a guest in her Soul Sister Collective. It's a group online on Facebook. It's a powerful group for women as a special safe container to just really start to express and gain some momentum in the journey of self-love and self-care. So thank you, Christy. I'm super excited to share with your group. Thank you, everybody who popped in, stuck around, gave me a heart, a what's up. I always appreciate it. And I will see you tomorrow. So today's day 4, so we got 26 more days of these animals. Thank God there's 46 cards. Have a beautiful night. I'm sending all my love. Mwah. Bye.